I wanted to begin straight in by reading to you a short story. Here it goes. In the beginning, all people lived around a great ironwood tree in the jungle, speaking the same language. One man, whose testes were enormously swollen from infection with a parasitic worm, spent his time sitting on a branch of the tree so that he could rest his heavy testes on the ground. Out of curiosity, animals of the jungle came up and sniffed at his testes. Hunters then found the animals easy to kill, and everyone had plenty of food and was happy. Then, one day, a bad man killed the husband of a beautiful woman in order to get the woman for himself. Relatives of the dead husband attacked the murderer, who was in turn defended by his own relatives, until the murderer and his relatives climbed up into the ironwood tree in order to save themselves. But the attackers tugged on lianas hanging from one side of the ironwood tree in order to pull the tree's crown down towards the ground and get at their enemies. Finally, the lianas snapped in half, causing the tree to spring back with tremendous force. The murderer and his relatives were hurled out of the tree into many different directions. They landed so far away in so many different places that they never found each other again. With time, their languages became more and more divergent. And that is why people today speak so many different languages and cannot understand each other, and why it's hard work for hunters to catch animals for food. That's a story that was related to me by people from the Sakari tribe, a small tribe of 600 people on the island of New Guinea in the Lakes Plains area of northwest Indonesian New Guinea. Obviously, it's what's called an origins myth, similar to the story, the biblical story of the Garden of Eden and the Tower of Babel. Origin myths are widespread, not only in every tribal society, but in modern state societies. Origin myths are universal among religions to explain the existence of the world and the existence of people, and to explain the diversity of language, as in the case of the Sakari ironwood tree or the Tower of Babel. The Greeks of Homer's time also used the gods to explain many other things besides the world and the diversity of languages and people. The Homeric Greeks invoked gods to explain each sunrise and sunset, and to explain the tides, and to explain the winds, all in terms of gods. New Guinea tribes use supernatural agents to explain bird songs and some bird species, which are considered to be transformed people. Over the last, particularly couple of thousand years, especially in the last few centuries, though, science has gradually encroached on this explanatory function of religion. The Big Bang is now invoked to explain the existence of the world. Evolution is invoked to explain people and birds. Historical linguistics is invoked to explain the diversity of languages. Astronomy is used to explain sunsets and tides. Meteorology is used to explain winds, and ethology is used to explain birdsong. In short, then, explanation is a function of religion which I think was maximal in early religions, in tribal societies, and which has decreased or even disappeared in recent times in some societies. So explanation, I'd suggest, is an early function, maybe one of the original functions of religion.